Let us start. First of all, your doubts. Any problem in any of the example? Question number 48, 51, 52, 53. Anybody have any problem? Any of you have any problem in any of the example? 48, 51, 52, 53, 54. Okay, fine. So let us start the next example. Now this new examples require some results. So let us discuss first of all that results.
सर
Yes, yes,
सर 53 नंबर वाला सम.
okay. Let us do first of all question number 53. Question is limit n tends to infinite. Sigma n divided by root of n raised to 4 minus 1. So first of all, we know the formula of sigma n. It is n plus 1 upon 2. Use that formula. So here we get n plus 1 upon 2. You can write in denominator and keep this denominator as it is. Now we know the process when there is an infinite. Keep this n as it is. Take n common from this. Take n common from this. So we get 1 plus 1 upon n. Taking n common means just we have to divide each term by n. So n upon n is 1 and 1 upon n is there. Divided by 2. Now just assume it is only n raised to 4 minus 1. Forget this root sign. It is n raised to 4 minus 1. Just assume like this, n raised to 4 minus 1. So take n raised to 4 common. So what we get? Once again, if we take n raised to 4 common, means we have to divide each term by n raised to 4. So n raised to 4 upon n raised to 4 is 1 minus 1 upon n raised to 4. And because it's root sign, what you require to do? You have to write in root. Now we have a result root a into b. So you can write root a into root b. So you can write this as root n raised to 4 into root 1 minus 1 upon n raised to 4. Once again, see, if it is n raised to 4 minus 1 and if we take n raised to 4 outside, we get 1 minus 1 upon n raised to 4, and because of root sign, we have to keep that root sign as it is. And now you can use the rule root a into b. This is a and this second bracket is b. So root a into b is root a into root b. So you can write root n raised to 4 into root 1 minus n raised to 4. Any problem up to this? Any doubt up to this? The student having the
No
same?
sir.
Okay, okay. Now see this n into n, that is what? N square. And keep this as it is. Now just tell me what is root n raised to 4? What is root n raised to 4?
N square.
N square. And keep this as it is. And this n square cancel. And now put n equal to infinite. So what we get? 1 plus, yes, what we get? If we put n equal to infinite, 1 upon infinite. What is 1 upon infinite?
0.
0.
0.
Perfect. Perfect. Keep 2 as it is. Root 1 minus, once again, n raised to 4. N is infinite. Infinite raised to 4 is infinite. And 1 upon infinite is 0. So ultimately we get 1 upon 2. That is your final answer for question number 53. So for 53, 1 upon 2, that is the answer. Okay. Anything else? Anything else to anybody?
Sir,
Yes.
hello. Sir,
Yes.
51. Sir, example number 51.
Okay. Let us do 51. The limit x tends to infinite. Root x into root x plus 2 minus root x. Now this is one special example. Why it is a special example? Whenever there is an infinite and denominator is not given, then obviously answer is infinite. But listen, if there is a root sign is there, so what you require to do, you have to write this example like this. First, because of this root sign, you can simplify this. How to simplify? Let us assume 1 in denominator. Now do you know how to simplify? What to do? Tell me.
By rationalize.
Correct, perfect. Rationalize this. So root x plus 2, this second bracket, root x plus 2 plus root x, you have to multiply with same number, but you have to change the sign and you have to divide by the same. Now if we do like this, then we get some simplified form. See what we get. They keep this root x as it is, and now see this is look like a minus b into same thing a plus b. So a minus b into a plus b, we know that it is a square minus b square. A square means square of this root sign x plus 2, so it is only x plus 2, because root x plus 2 the whole square is root only x plus 2 minus root x the whole square, that is only x, and keep this denominator part as it is. Okay, up to this any problem to anybody? Up to this any problem to anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. Now you can cancel this x. So what we get? Root x in numerator and this 2. Now just assume it is only x plus 2. So if it is x plus 2, take x common. So we get 1 plus 2 upon x. But it is in root. So we have to write in root. And this you can write root x into root 1 plus 2 upon x. So here the first step in denominator, you can write root x into root 1 plus 2 upon x. Once again, see it is only for this particular part, root x plus 2. So root x plus 2, taking x common. So we get 1 plus 2 upon x, and you can take the rule root a into root b, that is root of ab, or you can write root of ab is equal to root a into root b, and plus this root x as it is. Any problem up to this?
No, sir.
Okay. Now this numerator you can write 2 root x. Okay, just tell me, is it possible to take root x common from denominator? Root x. So you can take root x common. So what we get in remaining? In remaining part we get root of 1 plus 2 upon x plus obviously 1. And this root x cancel. And now put x equal to infinite. So here 2 as it is. Here root 1 plus 2 upon infinite is 0 plus 1. So this is 2 upon root 1 plus 1. We know that root 1 is what? 1. So 1 plus 1. That is what? 2 upon 2, and that is nothing but what? 1. So 1 is the final answer for question number 1. Okay, anything else to anybody? Anything else? Any problem to anybody? Okay, so let us start. First of all, few results, and okay, let us discuss only one result, and we will discuss the example related to that result. Then we will discuss other results. Result. Limit x tends to a. Limit x tends to a. X raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a. If this is the question, then any of you know the answer for this question? Any of you?
Na n minus 1.
Perfect. It is n into a raised to n minus 1. This is the result. You have to learn this result. N into a raised to n minus 1. That is the answer for this question. So limit x tends to a is any number. So x raised to n is also any number. If any example like this, then answer is the power n into a raised to n minus 1. Let us take one small example. Like if there is a question, limit x tends to 3, x raised to 4 minus 81 upon, let us say, x minus 3. So say if you put x equal to 3, what happened? If you put x equal to 3, 3 raised to 4, 3 raised to 4 is 81. 81 minus 81 we get 0. And here also 3 minus 3 we get 0. Now you have two choice. You can use this result directly and you will get the answer. Or you can factorize. See, if we apply another method, we will solve this question by two methods. One by using the above result, another one by using routine method. Now in routine method, what will happen? Any of you know the factor of this x raised to 4 minus 81? What is factor of x raised to 4? Yes.
X square minus 9, x square plus 9.
Perfect. Perfect. Keep this x minus 3 as it is. Now once again, what is factor of x square minus 9? That is x minus 3x plus 3. And this x square plus 9 as it is. And this x minus 3 as it is. You can cancel this x minus 3 and now put x equal to 3. So we get 3 plus 3. And if you put 3, 3 square is 9, 9 plus 9. So ultimately we get here 3 plus 3, 6. And this is 18. So ultimately answer is 108. So 108 is the answer. Now instead of doing all this thing, if you apply the above result, you have to do only one thing. This is x raised to 4 minus this is 3 raised to 4 upon x minus 3. So now it's look like this result only. Here our a is 3 and n is 4. So if a is 3 and n is 4, see 3 raised to 4. So you have to take this 4, n equal to, here n equal to 4 and a equal to 3 and use the result. So it is 4 into 3 raised to 4 minus 1. So obviously 4 into 3 raised to 3. 3 raised to 3 is 27. 27 4s are 108. So without factorization, you can solve the question by using this result. And definitely it will helpful to us if the question is very difficult like this. if this is the question. So in that case, factorization becomes too much difficult. X raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 upon x minus 1. If this is the question, then it is not simple question. It is not simple to factorize this numerator. But you can get the answer very easily. You can write this like x raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 raised to 3 by 2 is 1. 1 raised to anything is 1. So you can write like this, 1 raised to 3 by 2 in place of 1, and keep this x minus 1 here. So now you know that this 3 by 2 is your n, and a equal to what? 1. So our result is what? N into a raised to n minus 1. So n is what? 3 by 2 into 1 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1. But 3 by 2 into 1 raised to anything, whatever the answer of 3 by 2 minus 1, forget it. But 1 raised to anything is what? 1. So our final answer is 3 by 2. So if you learn this result, definitely we get very quick answer for this type of question. So now let us do the practice for this type of question from the book. Question number 56. Limit x tends to 4. X raised to 5 minus 1024 upon x minus 4. So see, if you put x equal to 4, we get 0 by 0. Check it, because 4 raised to 5 is 1024. And so you can write this like x raised to 5 minus 4 raised to 5 upon x minus 4. And compare this result, compare this with the result x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a. So answer is n into a raised to n minus 1. Here n equal to 5 and a equal to 4. So my final answer is n is 5. So 5 into 4 raised to 5 minus 1. So it is 5 into 4 raised to 4. So it is 5 into 4 raised to 4 is 256 into 5. That is 1230. So 1280. So 1280, that is our final answer. You can check in calculator. So if we factorize this, then it becomes too much difficult. See, factorization is possible, but it becomes too much difficult. But if we use the above result, we get very quick answer. Let us do question number 58. Limit x tends to 3 x raised to 5 minus 243 upon x cube minus 27. Now this example is not exactly same like our previous question, because in result, see, in result it is x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a. That should be x minus a. So what to do? Now first of all, let us check we have 0 by 0 or not. So if you put x equal to 3, we get 3 raised to 5. It is always required to verify whether we have 0 by 0 or not. And if we don't have 0 by 0, whatever we have, that is your answer. So no need to do any further step if we don't get 0 by 0. Okay. Now here if you put x equal to 3, we get 0 by 0. So what we require to do? See, one simple step. You can write this x raised to 5 minus 243 divided by x minus 3 upon x raised to 3 minus 27 divided by x minus 3. Just divide numerator and denominator by x minus 3 over. And now you can take separate integration, separate limit for numerator as well as denominator. So your question becomes like this now. There is a one rule. Limit x tends to a f of x upon g of x. So you can write separate limit for numerator as well as denominator. There is one rule in limit. So you can write this like x raised to 5 minus 243 upon x minus 3. That is our numerator. Divided by same thing. Limit x tends to 3. X raised to 3 minus 27 upon x minus 3. Now these two are two examples of limit. Treat both the example independently. So obviously this is in numerator, it is x raised to 5 minus 3 raised to 5 upon x minus 3. This is numerator. Denominator is limit x tends to 3 x raised to 3 x tends to 3 x raised to 3 minus 3 raised to 3 upon x minus 3. What is the answer of numerator? Use the result. The power is 5. So answer is 5 into 3 raised to 4. Same thing. What is the answer of this? Power is 3 here. So 3 into 3 raised to 1 less from 3. That is what? 2. So what is the answer? 5 into 81 upon 3 into 9. This 9 and 81. 9. Here we get 9. Once again you can cancel this. We get 3. And ultimately answer 5 3s are 15. So the answer for this question is 15. Any of you, any problem? Let us do practice for this 57. Limit x tends to 1 x raised to 5 by 2 minus 1 upon x raised to 3 by 2 minus 1. Same thing, if we put 1, what we get? If we put 1 raised to anything is 1 minus 1. If you put x equal to 1, we get 1 minus 1. So we get ultimately 0 by 0. And because it's 0 by 0, either you can factorize, but instead of factorization, we know that we have a result. So you can write this as x raised to 5 by 2 minus 1 upon x minus 1. The same thing, x raised to 3 by 2 minus 1 upon x minus 1. Now you can take separate limit of numerator as well as denominator. You just have to take separate limit. And after that only one simple step is required. Limit x tends to 1. This is x raised to 5 by 2 minus, you can write 1 raised to 5 by 2 because 1 raised to anything is 1, divided by limit x tends to 1 x raised to 3 by 2 minus this 1, you can write 1 raised to 3 by 2 because 1 raised to 3 by 2 is also 1. So what is the answer of numerator? So here power is 5 by 2. So you can write 5 by 2 into 1 raised to 5 by 2 minus 1. Here in denominator power is 3 by 2. So you can write 3 by 2 into 1 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1. But we know that 1 raised to anything, whatever the simplification, 5 by 2 minus 1 is actually 3 by 2. But whatever it is, 1 raised to anything is 1. So answer is 5 by 2 into 1 upon 3 by 2 into 1. So obviously the numerator is 5 by 2 and denominator is 3 by 2. You can take 2, you can cancel this 2. So final answer is 5 by 3. So the answer of this question number 57 is 5 by 3. Let us do one more example. 59. Limit x tends to 5. Sorry, It's 1 upon 5. 125 x cube minus 1 upon 625 x raised to 4 minus 1. Now see, if we put x equal to 1 upon 5, what happened? 125 into 1 upon 5 raised to 3 minus 1. Here 625 1 upon 5 raised to 4. Up, see, this 1 upon 5 raised to 3, that is 125, 1 upon 125. So it is 125 into 1 upon 125 is 1. This 1 upon 5 raised to 4 is 1 upon 625. 625 cancel, we get only 1. So obviously we have 0 by 0. But now this is slight tricky question. Any of you have idea what to do?
In denominator 6, 125, 125.
Once again, please. Once again. Yes, please. What to do? Yes. Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Uh, uh, Numerator divided by 125x minus 1 and denominator divided by 625x minus 1.
No, you can't do like that. The reason is our result is this raised to this, means x raised to n minus a raised to n. So we require only x here upon x minus a.
Sir, we can divide both
Sir,
denominator
five.
and numerator by 5x minus 1.
Okay, once again, please tell me once again.
Sir, we can divide by 5x minus 1 in both numerator and denominator.
No, you 5x minus 1 you can do that thing, but there is no result like that. Here we require x, so that should be x. It should not be 5x. Yes.
Sir, 125 we can do 5 raised to 3 and 625 we can do 5 raised to 4.
That is true. That is true. But there is no any result like kx raised to n. It is only x raised to n.
Okay.
Okay, one simple step. Take 125 common. So now tell me what we get in bracket.
X cube minus 1 upon 125.
Perfect. Now tell me what we have to do for this.
625 common.
Correct. If we do like this, then here obviously you can cancel this and here we get 5. Now once again, now listen, this, it is x raised to 3 minus this is 1 upon 5 raised to 3 divided by, keep this 5 as it is, or you can, there is one result, k into f of x. You can take constant outside of the limit. So you can take this 1 upon 5. See, 5 is in denominator. You can this 5 outside from the limit. So it becomes 1 upon 5. this 5, or you can take this 125 and 625 outside from the limit. If you don't want to cancel this, you can take both the terms outside of the limit. So it is 125 divided by 625. That is nothing but 1 upon 5. And keep this x raised to 4 minus, obviously this is 1 upon 5 raised to 4. And now you can divide numerator as and denominator by x minus 1 upon 5. So ultimately what we get? This 1 upon 5 you can keep as it is. And now these two are separate example. Limit x tends to 1 upon 5 x cube minus 1 upon 5 raised to 3 upon x minus 1 upon 5 divided by limit x tends to 1 upon 5 x raised to 4 minus 1 upon 5 raised to 4 upon x minus 1 upon 5. These two are separate example. Keep this 1 upon 5 as it is. This 1 upon 5 as it is. Now tell me what is the answer of this numerator. Here your n is 3. So 3 into, yes, the whole square. And what is the answer of denominator? 4 into
4 into
5 is to 3. Perfect. Now simple calculation is there. 1 upon 5 as it is. 3. This is 1 upon 25. Here 4 into 1 upon 125. So this 1 upon 5 as it is. You can write this as 3 by 25. And this you can write 4 by 125. This 1 upon 5 as it is. This is 3 by 25. And see, denominator 4 by 125. If we write in form of multiplication, it becomes 125 divided by 4. Just you have to take reciprocal. And this 5 into 25 is 125. 125 cancel. Ultimately, we get answer 3 by 4. So, our answer for this question 59 is 3 by 4. These are the only 4 examples which are related to this result. To solve the remaining example, we require few more results, so that we will discuss in our next lecture. But you can consider this is your homework. It depends on infinite, questions related to infinite. Few examples are there, so you can consider this as your homework. And if you want to revise all this thing, it is the video is available on my YouTube channel. You can see at any of the time my lecture on that YouTube, so you get the idea. If you don't have any particular reason, sorry, if you have any particular reason to revise, then you can revise it. So this is your homework. I think it is enough. So if you have any doubt, you can ask your doubt.